Schizophrenia. It's one of the most misunderstood mental disorders in history. Movies and media often portray it as a condition where people have multiple personalities or are completely disconnected from reality. But the truth? It's far more complex and far more human than most people realize. Today, we're breaking down what schizophrenia really is, where it comes from, how it affects people, and what modern science says about it. Let's dive in. Schizophrenia has been around for thousands of years. Ancient Egyptian and Greek texts describe people experiencing hallucinations, hearing voices, or acting erratically. But it wasn't until 1887 that a German psychiatrist named Emil Kraepelin classified schizophrenia as a distinct mental illness. He called it dementia praecox because he believed it was an early form of dementia affecting young people. Then, in 1911, Swiss psychiatrist Eugen Bleuler renamed it schizophrenia, from the Greek words schizo, meaning split, and phren, meaning mind. But here's where a big misunderstanding happened. Schizophrenia is not split personality disorder. Bleuler used the word split to describe the fragmented thinking and emotions people with schizophrenia experience, not multiple personalities. So, how common is schizophrenia? It's rare but not unheard of. About 1 in 300 people worldwide will be diagnosed with it at some point in their lives. That's roughly 24 million people. It typically appears in late adolescence or early adulthood, with men usually developing symptoms earlier than women. And while it affects people from every culture and background, its exact cause is still being studied. But what do we know about what causes schizophrenia? Well, it's not just one thing. It's a mix of genetics, brain chemistry, and environment. First, genetics play a big role. If you have a close relative with schizophrenia, your risk increases. But that doesn't mean you're guaranteed to have it. Then there's brain chemistry. Scientists have found that people with schizophrenia often have imbalances in dopamine and glutamate, two neurotransmitters that help regulate thoughts, emotions, and perceptions. And finally, environmental factors like extreme stress, trauma, drug use, and even complications during birth can contribute to the risk. But here's the key takeaway. Schizophrenia isn't a choice. It's not something someone can just snap out of. It's a medical condition that requires treatment and support. So, what does schizophrenia actually look like? The symptoms are usually divided into 3 main categories: positive symptoms, negative symptoms, and cognitive symptoms. Positive symptoms are things that are added to a person's experience, like hallucinations, hearing voices or seeing things that aren't there, delusions, or disorganized thinking. Negative symptoms are things that are taken away, like reduced emotions, social withdrawal, lack of motivation, or difficulty expressing thoughts. Cognitive symptoms affect thinking and memory. Someone with schizophrenia might struggle to focus, remember things, or organize their thoughts. It's important to know that schizophrenia exists on a spectrum. Some people experience mild symptoms, while others have more severe challenges. And unfortunately, there are a lot of misconceptions about the disorder. Let's clear up some of the biggest myths. First, schizophrenia is not multiple personality disorder. That's actually dissociative identity disorder, which is completely different. Second, people with schizophrenia are not violent. In fact, they're more likely to be harmed by others, or even themselves, due to social stigma and lack of proper treatment. And third, schizophrenia does not mean someone is crazy. It's a medical condition, just like diabetes or heart disease. And with the right treatment, many people with schizophrenia live fulfilling lives. So, how is schizophrenia treated? While there's no cure, it can be managed with the right approach. Medication helps balance brain chemistry and reduce symptoms. Therapy, especially cognitive behavioral therapy, helps people understand and cope with their thoughts. And support systems like family, friends, and community resources play a huge role in helping people with schizophrenia thrive. The earlier someone gets help, the better their outcome. That's why awareness is so important. The good news? Schizophrenia research is constantly evolving. Scientists are working on better medications with fewer side effects, brain scans that could help diagnose it earlier, and genetic studies that might reveal new treatment approaches. The more we understand, the closer we get to reducing the stigma and improving the lives of millions of people. Schizophrenia is complex, but it's not a mystery. It's a medical condition that deserves compassion, research, and better public understanding. If you or someone you know is struggling, remember, help is out there. And if you found this video helpful, share it with someone who might need it. Like, comment, and subscribe for more mental health deep dives. See you in the next video.